Of every farmer is tilling the land and planting, but harvesting nothing at the end. For many farmers, that season is now. Some fear that they might not be able to get even a quarter of what they have invested. The yield has been terribly compromised by the heat and lack of irrigation.
Our problem is that after planting, we never received any rain, and some seeds grew, but others didn't even make it out of the soil. So this means that there is no yield this year.
Now it means all these expenses that we have used to cost here, we'll have to pay them back to the person who assisted us to activate the land, to plant, and so on. But that will be negotiable, but at the end of the day, we have to pay that person the money, his money back, so that we can continue. And where will the money come from? We don't know.
We've got a certain target that you need to achieve per yield, so that you know that you have catered for your input costs as well as your profit thereof. So how this drought has affected us is that the inputs have not really gone down in price, so one needs to then get a higher yield to cater for those costs. But with the drought, that has severely impacted the pocket, in that you are not going to get the turnover that you expected to get from those crops.
The impact might be long-term. Farmers failing to meet their target means failure to pay their debtors, denting their credit records, and eventually taking some farmers out of business and ultimately threatening food production. Some say they have already lost some of their employees. For Moji Kodisang, a farmer, before the El Nino effects hit hard, her soya beans and maize were promising, but now all hope is gone.
So we would like our government to assist us as well, especially on capital, especially to be able to pay off the credits that we have made to plant, and also to secure the food security. And it also going to affect the prices of food.
AFASA has called for adequate instruments to proactively respond and counter disaster risks. The organization has written to the Department of Agriculture to seek intervention.
The Free State Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is aware of the current drought that is affecting farmers. The department has met with various agricultural unions and is still engaging with some who are representing the farmers that have been affected. Thereafter, the department will also conduct its own assessment and be able to determine the kind of losses that have been incurred by the farmers. Once that has been concluded, the department will then see how it will be able to support these farmers, but this is a process that is still ongoing.
The farming community is concerned that the next planting season is already compromised. Makhala Masideng, SABC News, Tabanchu.